channel.
Hey, you know what time it is?
Time is it, man?
The beat. Welcome everyone to another episode of The Beatdown, the segment and channel where two worlds collide. I am your host, Clash. This is my co-host,
Mr. J. How's it going, guys? We have another one for you. And if you like this content or these videos, go in the section below. Like, comment, subscribe, and share.
Yeah. And without further ado, we are continuing on our villain and anti-hero. But I'm going to make a quick announcement, guys, because you guys are not familiar with me and Mr. J. have been talking back and forth. And we have recently just settled on our triple threat match for the May event coming in May. So we're excited about that. Now you guys are probably wondering, who's our third guy? Well, third guy or girl, check this out. So for this tournament, whoever wins this tournament officially will be our third person in our triple threat match in May. So whoever wins this final tournament of villain and anti-hero will go on to face Kid Flash and Ant-Man. All right? So yeah, really looking forward to that. Okay, so now let's get it started, shall we? I will be representing DC Comics Doomsday. All right, let's get into the super brief origin story of Doomsday. Okay. Long time ago, before Krypton was inhabited by good people of Kryptonians or whatever, there were evil creatures living amongst the planet. And mad scientist decided, I wanted to invent something that's indestructible and that will live forever. So he went into work and experimenting on a creature little by little, doing incredibly crazy, dangerous experiments on it. Eventually it grows up, kills him because he realized what he did to him. But he did do what he said he was going to do. He made the most indestructible thing that cannot be killed. And so it would be the greatest thing Superman would ever probably face in his entire life. And that is the super brief origin story of Doomsday. Okay. Let's get into the powers, abilities, and feats. Okay, guys? Okay. Took a blast from Darkseid's Omega Beam. Defeated Superman to death. That's obviously always going to be one of his top feats. Okay, because not a lot of people have killed Superman. Broke Superman's arm while Superman was armored with the Mother Box. Okay, so he was already buffed out with the Mother Box, giving him extra power with a suit, and he still got his arm broken by Doomsday, which Superman didn't think was even possible to do. Okay, he tossed Wonder Woman around with her own lasso. Okay, laid waste to Martian Manhunter. Okay, and he took, like I said already, he already took an Omega Blast from Darkseid. So much so that Darkseid wanted him out of his planet because he couldn't even beat him. He told Superman, yo, Superman, handle your boy. Get him out of here. Okay? I don't want him in my planet. Get him out of Apocalypse. Okay? He's too dangerous for me. Get into the end game. So Doomsday, he defeated New Gods. I mean, he made New Gods bleed. I mean, those are top tier characters to go against. Juggernaut is a top tier character himself. But going from that top feat, I do believe that Doomsday has probably fought a lot more cosmic or godlike beings, more than Juggernaut has, where he's fought more about brute strength. Another thing is to consider is that Doomsday, the majority of the time he gets beat, it's not beat through strength. It's beat through some kind of energy blast or some kind of explosion or something. He has to literally get blown up by something. Majority of the time he still survives it, but if he has to be blown up like mathematically by something that's extra explosive. Like if he was blown up before by an energy blast, which he has been, if he's been blown up by a bomb, which he has been, you can't really take him down. But strength-wise, like, has anybody ever punched Doomsday to death? He doesn't have any vital organs. He doesn't have any heart. He doesn't have blood. He doesn't have anything. It's just all mass. So it's not exactly like you can just punch a hole in him and it's game over. You would have to, I don't even think you can beat him to a puddling pulp because his body is so massively strong. On top of that, he adapts so quickly when it comes to certain types of situations. He has retractable claws. If you guys don't recall, he does have retractable claws like Wolverine. He has these bones that pop in and out of his body, and he can do it on command. He is also one of the most keen characters in adaptabilities, which means he can adapt into situations against characters of any kind of element. Whether it's energy blast, whether it's somebody who has multiple powers, or somebody with just based on strength. Doomsday has proven time and time again that he's more adaptable and capable of outwitting or outstrengthening someone, not maybe outsmarting someone. But when it comes to adaptability, he is able to find a way against someone's weakness. He's a very good tactician, I would say, or a tactical person, which means he can find a weakness when he needs to. Okay, so a couple other things I'll talk about. Now, obviously, environment-wise, there's not really a lot of places Juggernaut and Doomsday are going to go where it's going to bother them. They could fight in the ocean. They could fight in the coldest place. They could fight near a volcano. They could fight in space. Because apparently, as long as Juggernaut has the magic of Sidorak, he's not going to be harmed in any kind of way when it comes to environment-wise. So you can't freeze him to death, you can't burn him to death, can't do anything, and there's no way Doomsday is going to be able to overpower him in that way. But long fight-wise, this is the wild card. I'll add this. Sidorak likes a worthy champion. He likes someone that he can count on to be the guy to do destruction and destroy things. That's usually his bread and butter. In one instance in the comics, Colossus went to Sidorak to offer himself in order to save his friends against the ultimate Juggernaut that was coming out at that moment. And Sidorak was like, I've always wanted you as my champion. Yeah, okay, I'll put you as my champion. And that's when he made him Colossus Juggernaut. And he was pretty indestructible. It was hard to beat, and even Red Hawk couldn't put him down. The Thing couldn't put him down. I mean, not a lot of people couldn't put him down. He had to be taken down probably all at once just to get him down a peg. But that being said, Sidorak did offer him a choice to go against Juggernaut and to go against his power. So he gave away Juggernaut's power and gave it to Colossus so that Colossus can overpower him. Even though Juggernaut still had some juice in him, he didn't have Sidorak in his corner. Now, wild card wise, that also means that if Sidorak, let's say in a long battle against Juggernaut, Sidorak could be paying a close attention to Doomsday, realizing Doomsday is an impressive character, impressive champion for him, considering he's pretty hard to beat, indestructible, and every time he dies, he comes back and without the weakness again. So this is a champion that probably would never ever be defeated ever and would live out forever in the entire lifetime. But maybe Sidorak at that moment decides, I want to give my power to Doomsday. Gives Doomsday the champion opportunity, and now it's just Juggernaut using whatever element of power he has left against Doomsday with the Juggernaut power in his corner, taking him down a size and ultimately winning this one.
All right. Well, my contestant today will be Marvel's Juggernaut.
Somebody's getting too big for her britches.
Okay, now going into Juggernaut's brief origin. As I've mentioned before, he was exploring the lost temple of Sidorak. He fell into the cave, or the temple, and he magically found the crystal. It's a crystal, right?
It's a gem.
A gem. He found something, and it was it was the gem of Sidorak, and it gave him his powers, and that's how he became the Juggernaut. Now, going into his powers, abilities, and feats, there's actually a lot of them. Cool. He does have a demonic empowerment, being that Sidorak it's a demon, right?
Yeah, it's like a giant dimensional demon.
So, all right, cool. Superhuman strength, obviously. Superhuman stamina, irresistible force embodiment. He can summon, his special armor at will. Limitless strength, limitless stamina, invulnerability, force field, immortality. He is self-sustaining. He has all kinds of different immunities, as well as a very impressive healing factor. Going into his feats, he has matched World War Hulk, not just the regular Hulk. He has matched World War Hulk as far as strength. He's been able to throw Thor around like a rag doll. He's drawn blood from Hulk and his son. He's knocked down the Stranger. He can lift a skyscraper. and he has defeated and thrown around King Hyperion. The reason I mentioned that one is because Hyperion is essentially Marvel's Superman, well, one version of him anyway. This is going to be a difficult fight just because of the adaptability of Doomsday. And like he's mentioned, once he's killed one way, he cannot be killed another way. But with that being said, he has never quite faced someone like the Juggernaut. As we've all know, one thing, once he starts moving, there is no way to stop it. I'm pretty sure Hulk couldn't do it. I'm pretty sure Thor couldn't do it. Neither could Hyperion. There is a moment to where I believe all Juggernaut has to really do is give Sidorak complete control, and he gets more powerful. I think it increases his strength like 100-fold or something like that. But with that being said, I want to say one key to victory, one thing Juggernaut could do is, in the comics, there was an instant where Juggernaut punched a hole in time and space, and there was just this big hole. Now, either I want to say he can throw Doomsday inside of it and just, let him go on. I mean, I don't know exactly how he patched it up. I don't know if he's able to close it once it's open. But another thing he can do is, I'm pretty sure he's strong enough to do it, is he can either rip Doomsday in half or rip his head off and then throw it in the hole.
That's actually a pretty good point. He could just throw him into that ripped hole he did and just leave him there. Even if he can't close it back down or whatever, I mean, he's still lost.
I want to say Doomsday's going to have a really tough time coming back from something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Juggernaut's key to victory is just going to be his power. I don't know exactly if Doomsday is going to be able to stop him. He might be able to sit there and match him and hold him, but one thing about Doomsday is he doesn't get tired, but neither does the Juggernaut. The claws are a very impressive adaptation. It's a good weapon to use, but not even Wolverine's claws could scratch or harm the Juggernaut, so I'm not too sure if Doomsday is going to be able to do that. Given that he does not get tired and that Doomsday's not going to really be able to hurt him too much, I want to say Juggernaut has this. Whether he throws half of him or lets him completely go into the hole, that's going to be one way he does it. Or just try to rip him apart and throw the parts in as far as he can in different directions. But either way, through brute force, Juggernaut's going to take it.
I always crush my cans before I throw them away.
Okay. And as always, No Press fam, it's not up to me. It's not up to my boy here. It's up to you guys. So, if you guys like my argument, you can hashtag Doomsday. And if you like my boy's argument, what do you do, brother?
Hashtag the Juggernaut.
I want to also add, just as a side note, that Juggernaut was one of our winners in one of our first tournaments. So it would be very interesting if Juggernaut, the underdog, would do it twice in this tournament and move on to face in the triple threat match, because that would be a very interesting fight. I'll tell you that. But anyways, guys, it will be up to you guys to make that happen. And as always, No Press fam, we really appreciate you guys. Catch you guys later. Peace.